All right. Now, over here on the left-hand side in your browser, it keeps a list of all the different things that you've done. So right here we see that I have flush constraint, mate constraint, and you see how different parts of the body lights up as I click on the different constraints. Those are mates that exist. What I want everyone to do right now is, if you've already started assembling your thing, I want you to come over here to the left-hand side and click on the plus signs next to each of those parts so that it opens up so you can see all the constraints that you currently have. So go ahead and open up all those constraints, and so you can see what constraints you currently have. If you don't have any constraints, then just sit there and wait for everyone else. Go. Now, once you can see all of these, what I want to do today is I want to go ahead and delete them, just so that we can all start from the same position. So highlight them all and right-click and hit delete. Okay? Highlight them all, click on them, push the shift button, and click on the last one, and then you can right-click and delete. Or you can click on each one and right-click, delete. Don't double-click on it, just a single click. Don't double-click, just a single click. That way I know we're all starting from 0. Okay? Oops. Damn. Sorry, I'm deleting a part and putting it in again so that it looks the same as your guys's. Don't you do this. There. Don't worry about the part that I put in. The constraints, if you had any of those constraints open, it would say mate or flush or any of that. If you don't have any, that's fine. Raise your hand when you're ready to begin assembling your part. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to begin constraining things together. Please look up here so that you can see what I am doing, and then you do it. The only way this works is if you are paying attention to me while I'm doing it, okay? So I'm going to click constrain. Everyone go ahead and click constrain. It's located up here in the middle of the screen, constrain. Now, this box usually opens up somewhere in the middle of the screen. I like to grab it and move it to the upper left-hand corner so it is out of the way, so that I can see what we are doing. At this point, everyone should have the constrained screen open and ready to go. If, for some reason, you're not in the constrained screen, you need to try and get back to it. Now, let's go ahead and constrain these things together. So come up here, and there is a mate constraint and a flush constraint. The mate constraint is like gluing two things together. The flush constraint is like putting two things looking the same way. So let's click on the glue constraint called mate, okay? And then come to your fin that is on the right-hand side of the screen and click on it where you would want to put some glue. Click on the fin that's on the right-hand side. If you are not currently looking at your thing from the home position, come up to the view cube and click home so that you are looking at it from the home position like I am. Once again, you're going to click the mate constraint from right here, and you're going to click on the fin. Now that we have all done that, come up to the view cube and click on the corner between top and right, and that should spin the cube around so that we can see the other side of the air scoop. Now that we can see this side right here, we want to go ahead and click constrain mate. Okay, We've already got one, so we want to give it the other side that we put the glue. When you click it, it should make that little ding sound and it should move. And that's how you know you've done it right. If you clicked on the wrong thing, simply undo it and try it again. Once you are sure it's right, hit apply. Now, most of you have the constraints in the right location. So we're ready to go ahead and add some more. There's a couple tips. When we are constraining things, be careful not to grab edges like this or like this. Grabbing edges won't lock your thing into position. You have to grab sides, okay? So always grab sides. The second thing that we want to remember is that when we're constraining it, we're trying to keep it from moving, which means that we have to pick 3 different sides that are all touching. So we've already done the inside edge of this fin. Let's do the bottom edge of the fin now. Come to the right and back of the view cube and click on this little cube at the bottom so that we can see the bottom. Then zoom in so you can see your fin. You should be able to see this little bitty ledge right in there. Yeah, the little ledge at the bottom of your fin. Undo and try again. If you've already clicked on it, it's going to go wrong. Now what we want to do is we want to make the bottom of the fin flush with the bottom of the air skimmer. So click the flush command. Click the bottom of the fin, then click the bottom of the air skimmer body. So once again, you're going to click the bottom of the fin. Oops, I did too much. Sorry, I have to back up some. This is the step we did before. So once again, we're going to click flush, and I'm going to get the bottom of my fin with the bottom of my air skimmer body. And if I need to zoom in so that I make sure I'm grabbing that rectangular side, I will do it. And it should be nice and even. And I can hit apply, and I'm done with that constraint. So far, if you click your fin, you should be able to only move it front and back. So we need to add one more constraint. I'm going to come around and check your work real quick to see how you guys are doing. We're live. All right, now the final thing we need to do is we need to keep this from moving forwards and backwards, which means we need to constrain either this front edge of the fin or the back edge of the fin with a front edge here or the back edge here. Now, sorry, as I was saying, what we need to do is we need to either constrain the front edge with the front edge or the back edge with the back edge. But I know from experience that the back edge of this is not enough for us to constrain it. Right now, I just want people focusing on their own work, and we'll get caught up if we need to in a minute. So let's move on to this step. Okay, so let's hit constrain one more time if you don't have the constrain screen up. And now we're going to select flush again. Remember, flush is the one where the two sides are side by side. And now I'm going to zoom in on the very front edge of the air skimmer body. I'm going to zoom in on the front edge of the air skimmer body, and I'm going to select it. I'm going to zoom back out. I'm going to zoom back out, and then I'm going to zoom in on the front edge of the air skimmer fin that we've been working with. And I'm going to select it, and I'm not going to freak out. I'm going to go ahead and hit the home icon so I can see where everything is. Now, right now, the air skimmer fin, if you've done this correctly, should be at the front of the air skimmer body. Okay, I'm going to do this one more time so that you guys can see it. So hit constrain, select flush, zoom into the front of the air skimmer body, click on it. And then zoom in to the front of the air skimmer fin. Hit the home icon, and it should show it looking like this, where the two front edges are together. Trying this one more time. Here are a couple things that I've seen from students. First, when you click constrain and you click flush, do not click this angled edge that's pointing up to the sky. That is not the front edge. That is the top edge or the angled edge, but it is most definitely not the front edge. Do not click this angled edge. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that we are clicking the front of the air skimmer body. Zoom in and click it. And then we can click the house to zoom back out. And now, if for some reason you can't see the front edge of your fin, use the view cube, click on the corner between top and right, and spin it around so that you can see the front edge of the fin. And click that front edge. At this point in the project, I should not need to tell you guys to use that view cube to turn things to see where you need to. Okay? Turn the object however you need to. Good. Now, I'm going to finish this up, and we notice that it's at the front. We do not want it at the front. We want this fin to be even with the back edge, or where this corner starts. So there is an offset command right here. We need to offset it 8 inches. Now, when I did that, it pushed it to the front. So we don't want to offset it 8 inches. We want to offset it -8 inches, which would be the minus sign 8. Minus sign 8, and it brings it to that back edge. Hit apply. And now, when we come to try and move that fin, notice how it does not move around. So once again, make that offset -8. Up in the constraint box where it says offset, you need to make that number -8. This is how you constrain the air skimmer. At this point, I want you to use your problem-solving skills to try and constrain the other two parts on. You will use mate and flush exclusively.